Is this a cig?
This is belief.
Oh no.
Back to our Loch Raven roots, dude. I'm about to fucking pull a fucking big move right here. I'm
Do
getting
the
on
ledges
ledge.
to move.
Watch out, you're about to hit that water down there, buddy.
Oh, that's true. I'm making my way.
You're making your way, you're sliding.
Live from the ledge. No, dude.
Live
from the lake.
Live from Loch Raven.
Live from Loch
the fucking
Raven.
cliffs, dude.
We found him.
On the cliffs,
We
dude.
found him.
Not that impressive.
Not impressed. My feet are
like-
touching the water. I told you the cliffs were a myth, Chaz.
Nah, but fucking live from the studio, live from the Raven, dude.
Ooh, I know. We've been super mobile. We've been super
We've been
mobile.
pretty mobile
lately.
these last 2 weeks.
I like it. Now
Dude.
I feel like a wildlife coordinator. or something
Yeah,
like that.
dude. I feel like I gotta like comment on all the fucking beautiful nature that's surrounding us. Just fucking feet almost dipped in the water.
I'm trying to see a live bug fight. I feel like this is the venue.
Dude, this is the day for that, if anything.
This would be when bugs start fighting.
Yeah, in nature.
They're so
Dude, they're
peaceful in the
primed to
city.
fight in nature. I see 2 gnats right in front of my face right now, but I think they're trying to fuck.
I
No,
think
they're 3,
trying to
dude.
Fight, dude.
There's 3 gnats. At least 2 of them are gonna fight.
Dude,
2 of them are gonna fuck though.
2 of them are fighting over who gets to fuck that other gnat. Oh shit, there's way more than 3, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a bunch now.
There's a ton of gnats.
Oh yeah. They're descending on us. They're coming.
Dude, I think instead of inviting girls to watch bug fights at your house, you should invite them to Loch Raven.
To watch
course,
real bug fights.
To watch real bug. You can still
Yeah.
drop the bug fight plug in there. 'Cause I know you can't not do that.
I can't not because I gotta let people know what my deal is. You know?
There's one thing you got to know about me.
There's one thing you need to know about me, Eric Glazer, is that I love bug
You
fights.
just put it in your bio, dude, and get it over with.
I could.
2-time college dropout, bug fight enthusiast.
Just looking for my giant wasp to my scorpion. I want you to fucking rip my fucking stinger off.
Yeah, dude, this is the fucking move. I'm telling you. Well, the only thing I would say is if you invite a girl out here on like your first message, she's going to think you're trying to kill her.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I would assume if I was a girl. I'd be like, this dude is trying to kill me.
Unless like her entire bio is like, I love hikes. I love to be in nature. If you ask me out for a walk on our first date, I will message back.
Yeah. I always swipe.
Looking for the pissing man to my 2 dog walkers walking up the trail.
I'll put that in my bio.
When we were walking up here, fucking Jimmy, like literally 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes into the walk, like a minute into the walk, he's like, "Yo, let's crack those beers open, one for the trail." And I'm like, "All right, dope." And then immediately he's like, "Oh wait, let me take a piss too."
Dude, that's the trick.
Right off the road.
You gotta piss before you take a beer. It's the ultimate, dude. It keeps you from having to piss again.
Keeps you hydrated.
It's like, because they call it breaking the seal, or as Floyd Godsey referred to it, popping the weasel.
The popping the
Popping the
weasel. I
weasel.
forgot about that.
But if you do it before, then I don't know. I don't think that's actually gonna work. I've never tried it before.
Would that just be that you're gonna have to pee more, or what?
Yeah, dude, there never was a seal.
Dude, my dick doesn't seal. Is that bad? My dick doesn't completely seal
Well, you're
up after I
circumcised, bro.
finish
It's
pissing,
okay.
dude.
It's okay.
Dude, you're not circumcised?
I am circumcised.
Yeah.
I am. I am. I feel like it's super.
You
I
just
feel
get
like
those like reverse nasal strip openers to just close your dick and clamp it down every night.
I feel like
I'm
yeah.
Orthodox, dude.
Orthodox. I feel like the only person of our friends that was circumcised is Mihai.
Who wasn't?
Wasn't Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I always forget what it means. I just like on one hand, I'm glad we do it but I don't understand why we do it. Like I don't understand why that was a thing that somebody was like, we need to do this to
Because like
every
back
guy.
in the day, no one took fucking showers.
Was it about?
Now we take fucking showers.
Oh, was it about like cleanliness or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Ooh.
And then it just became like an aesthetic thing because like that's what people were used to. And then
It does look better. It
looks
does look better.
man.
I never realized that apparently that's what that little ring right below the top of your dick is. That like ring there. That's from being circumcised.
Weird.
Yeah, dude.
So everyone else's dick is just a straight long
A
tube.
straight line.
Straight line, dude. No fucking ring.
There's no ring, dude. That's how else are you gonna know when you're at the top, dude? Made it.
Ring around the rosy, baby.
Yeah, dude.
This is a nice setting for a pod.
This really is. It's like weird because it's like
I'm about to crack a beer and it's gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna put my mic down for a second.
it's weird because it's such a nice day, but the trees are all still in winter mode. Like they're just figuring it out that it's time to bloom, so they haven't done it yet.
Dude, half the trees saw their shadow and just stayed dead.
That's what it looks like. It looks like everything around us is dead except for these,
like these weeds.
Yeah, these weeds never died, dude.
The weeds in the raspberry bushes, dude, they're strong.
That's something I learned today. I legitimately had no clue that raspberries grew. I thought everything that grew in around my area of living was poisonous. I legitimately thought that. And especially, I thought raspberries were poisonous because I thought that was like the one rule of thumb, like don't eat red berries.
No, they're sour. They're not poisonous.
So what color is the poisonous ones?
I mean, there are like poisonous red berries, like those little like bead berries. You know, they just look like tiny little balls.
Yeah.
But raspberries have like all the different.
Oh, the holly berries.
Yeah, the holly berries or something. I think those are like poison if you eat too many.
Holly berry. I thought about that. That's dope, bro. Holly berry. I had a berry tree, a holly tree, in my backyard, growing up.
Hell yeah!
And
Did you
then-
eat all those beads?
And that was the one that I had to remove the stump for.
Oh shit!
So I'm very attuned to that tree, dude. It was such a cathartic experience, dude.
Just fucking ripping it from the
Ripping
earth.
it from the earth after I grew up with it for 25 years.
Fucking like putting a dog down, dude.
I know. I'm so sad the entire time I was doing it. The entire 3.5 days trying to do that shit.
Manually for you to do it. Do it with like a fork and knife and shit.
Fucking butter knife and a spoon.
Like a napkin under your chin and shit.
When they say, when they say poisonous, do they really mean like if I eat a poisonous berry, it'll kill me? Or is it just like it's going to like make me like have to shit and stuff like that?
I think it like there's various degrees of it.
Because I
But-
think poisonous could potentially be an overstatement.
Poisonous, yeah, it could be just them hyping it up too much. I think holly berries are just like, yo, we're tight. Don't eat us, yo.
Yeah, I feel like well, first of all, why would you want to eat them? They're disgusting. They just have this like giant seed. Birds love them, dude.
Yeah.
There was one, that was how, oh shit, there's definitely an animal close. But, oh, it's a bird.
Yeah.
We're good.
There we go, dude. He heard his name pop up and he was like,
Like,
Yo,
somebody
what's
say
up?
Halle Berry?
yo, keep your name out of my mouth.
Just came over here to chirp. Fucking chirping at us, dude. Chill, dog. Ain't talking shit about you. Damn, get over yourself, bro. No, they're fucking gross. But the first day of spring, that was how I knew it was the first day of spring. Is there would be one morning I'd wake up, and it would be like sunny, and you'd look outside, and there would be like a fucking swarm of birds just like diving in and out of the tree, eating all the
shit.
berries, and they would eat the shit out of them. And then like a bunch of berries would like be all over the deck because they like rattle the tree so
Yeah,
much. And
yeah.
that was like the day that I'd like sweep up the fucking deck. But it would literally happen one day a year where they would just fucking destroy all the berries. And that was it. Like they would the tree spent all that time growing, and then just that one day out of the year the birds just like, and then it was over. The tree did nothing for another year. And those thorny ass fucking leaves,
Yeah.
which did not stop the birds.
For whatever reason, like a holly bush reminds me of Christmas. I don't know why.
Probably because that's the leaves they use for wreaths, dude.
Is
There's
it?
there's
definitely holly on
Wait, what's
wreaths. You're
mistletoe?
right.
I feel like mistletoe is holly leaves. Is it not?
Yeah, it might be.
Or is mistletoe like an actual plant?
I'm not sure, dude.
I
I'm
feel
not
like-
religious like that.
Dude, I don't even think there's no way mistletoe is religious.
I also think like mistletoe is such like a fucking old person thing.
Yeah,
like, I don't think anyone does that now. It's also like, dude, I don't know if mistletoe is okay in this climate.
That's true. Dude. We had to get rid of mistletoe.
Gotta get Me Too mistletoe, dude.
It's like, what? It's a rule.
Dude,
You
okay.
have to kiss me.
Funny story, dude. So I was so we've been like shooting these award videos for principals downtown, and I've been getting like, we've been going out to schools every day this week, and I've been like doing B-roll and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like all day yesterday and all day today, I was just like let loose in a school getting B-roll. And like it's always so awkward because like I know none of these kids. I know none of these teachers. And it's just like, hey, Like most of the time, I'll just be like creeping in the hall with like the long lens, and just like snapping shit from like the window or whatever. Or like I'll like pop in if like the teacher seems cool. I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm like doing this, that, the third. Like, just wanted to see if, like I just wanted to ask before if I did anything. Like if you don't feel comfortable with me doing this, it's fine. Da da da." But I was creeping in the hall, dude. I was creeping in the hall on this occasion, this one occasion, and I was like peeping through like the open door. The door was open, dude.
Oh no.
Door was open.
Oh no.
You caught me looking. I'm sorry, but the door was open.
Oh my. What was going on there?
I was just filming the teacher, and she was like talking at her desk, and she like looked over and just like dirt-eyed me, dude.
Was she like a hot teacher?
Not really.
Ah.
And that made it worse, dude. So I was like, I understand if you're hot. Like, it's definitely my fault. That's the rule of hotness. Whoever's hotter wins. But that rule didn't apply this time.
Whoever's less hot is in the wrong.
That's how life works, right?
It is your fault, sir. / ma'am.
So she was just like, excuse me. What are you doing?
She said that?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
And I'm like, me? I thought she was talking to like one of her students. I'm like, that would be normal. But she was like dead eyeing me and like, excuse me. And I like look up because I'm just like fiddling around with the camera. I'm like, oh, whoa, what's up? And she's like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't do that. You can't. I'm like,
You can't do
I'm
what?
actually here. I'm actually getting paid to be here to do this. And she was like, well, it's just in this climate, that's just not okay.
She said that?
Yeah, yeah.
You should be like, listen,
That's why I
ma'am.
keep saying that shit.
Listen, man. Listen. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm the hotter one of us here. So in this climate, you're in the fucking wrong. And
Dude,
that's
if I
not
said
okay.
that to her in front of her entire class of students, that would have been like a fucking World Star
Legendary.
compilation
Legendary.
clip, dude. Whole class go wild. They all pass their tests just because I make that joke.
Could she really say in this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm like,
I
you
get
know,
it,
I'm
but-
looking professional at this point. I like, you know, and also like to be in a school with a like 15-pound video camera and lens,
True.
walking around, you don't think anyone else would be saying something?
Yeah, but that was like a very direct, aggressive way to approach it. Like if I were
for
her,
sure,
if I
yeah.
were her, I would have called the office and been like, "Hey, I just wanted to make sure that we are supposed to have a film crew in here." You know, like something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would have done. Because I do commend her on looking out for it, because that's teachers that don't
see
do that.
something, say something,
Yeah,
but not to the
exactly.
person who's
Yeah.
doing it.
It
What
was
if
like
they
way
are a
too-
weirdo
it was like
and they
way
like
too-
act on it?
Yeah,
then?
exactly.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
maybe
It's like, well, I
fucking
wasn't gonna
push them
kill
over
you,
the
bitch.
edge.
But now I am. I brought this camera and my gun just in case I ran into somebody like you and you fucking set me over the edge, bitch.
You know what? I was gonna let you go too.
Classic
back.
Loch Raven joke.
Dude, Loch Raven bits just coming back to me right now.
It's in the air, dude. It's in there. No, I commend her for doing that. But
No, for sure, but obviously have more tact with it. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just way too accusatory, and like I don't like the thing that gets me is how fucking like entitled people feel to get that like aggressively accusatory.
yeah.
Like it's just like there's I don't know, it's like why you don't like, for instance, the people last night, dude, they were like the amount of entitlement that they felt just to like make it a thing and like make it known that they were pissed and like
And stay the whole show,
Yeah,
and
and
then
stay
like
the-
fucking ear beat the host and the show booker and shit. I don't want to get too much into that because that was just like fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like that was just like some regular comedy shit.
I'm so glad I came last night.
Oh, it was fun, dude.
There's
There's so much weird shit that happened last night.
I missed
that dude that went Super Saiyan, took his
Yeah.
shirt off and just screamed into the mic.
That was fucking weird. I didn't even
And then
see
he just
that, but I
got
heard
booked. He just got like Def Jam like caned off the stage.
it. Really? They just
Pretty
took-
much. Well, they just cut his mic and like kicked him out of there.
Wow. I thought he did the rest of his
No, he
set.
didn't do anything. Ivan fucking ran up there, or no, Garrett ran up there and just like made fun of him for a bit. Ivan went up there and made fun of him for a bit, and then the show went back to normal. You know.
Dude, Ivan's set was fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, dude.
And there was a third weird thing that happened that I missed too. But you never told me what it was. It was like,
I'll tell you after the podcast.
I will just say this: the people that were discussing at the end of the night, I did see them laughing with Ivan.
Yeah,
So, like,
for sure.
Ivan smoothed it over, which is just like good on. I think it's dope that Ivan both stoked the fire because that was awesome and funny.
Yeah,
and
like because you have to address it, dude.
Yes, and then
You have to
smoothed it over
address
at the
it.
end. And I'm also
Exactly.
super glad that I got the chance to talk to them outside, not because they wound up being cool, but because they wound
To
up
reaffirm.
they wound up sucking just as much as I thought they would, and it just felt so validating. It's like I knew I would hate you guys.
Dude, that was insane. Like Jimmy found a literal floor cigarette, and he was like hyping. She was like, "Yeah, I'm about to smoke this. There's only like 3 tire treads on this." And then that like the stank face group came out, and they're like, "Any of you guys smoke cigarettes?"
Yeah, she was, dude. I thought for sure she wasn't gonna take me up on that. Like, literally, she was like, I was like, well, all I have is this floor cigarette. I found it on the floor. I said
She was
floor
like,
twice,
"Great."
and she was just like, yeah, give it to me. And I was like, first
She
of all,
took
bitch,
it. Yeah.
I didn't say that meant you could have it. I was saying that I found this cigarette on the floor.
I'm gonna smoke it.
I wanted you to know that.
You can maybe smoke some of it.
So she grabbed it, and I was like, all right, whatever. And I went outside, and, I only wanted half of it, so it worked out perfectly.
Worked out, dude. You got the clean half.
Yeah. But I talked to him a bit. I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
let
you
them.
don't need to say
They were super nice to me. They kept on saying, "Who are you? Who are you?" And I didn't want to say like, "I'm friends with everybody you're fucking bitching about right now." Every single person you've discussed so far is one of my good friends.
Dude, I kind of love being in those situations though. It's also funny. Just like a quick aside. One time at Auto Bar, it was like the second Saturday shit show, and I was just hanging out, and I just like someone didn't show up, so I did a guest set, and it went like super good. And then like afterwards, or no, right before me, Umar went up, I think, and then I went up, and then I went off stage to go like be like, "Yo, you had a good set, dude." And he's like, "Oh yeah, da, 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 da." And he was talking to this dude at the bar. And he was like, "Wait, you guys know each other?" It's like, and I was like, "Yeah, this guy's been talking shit about your set for like 5 minutes." He was like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry."
No!
Like, he was like, "I just wanted to, be able to talk to you. Like, I thought you had a really good set." I just wanted to,
What?
like, I didn't know comics knew each other.
What?
We only know each other. That's the only people we do know. That's all we do.
Yeah, yesterday I was like, you know what? I feel like I've been there enough. Like, because normally every time I'm about to go to one of those things, I always text you like, "Yo, you going to that?"
Yeah.
But last night was like the first time I was like, I'm just going to go to this.
Yeah, dude, just show up.
Yeah.
You know most of the people anyway.
It's fun. I thought Archie had a good set.
Yeah. Dude, Archie was funny. Yeah.
Dude, you had a fucking good set.
Oh, thank you.
You like off the cuff shit is definitely your like forte, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's
But that's
like
just
the
because I like
podcast
can't write jokes.
Like the set you did at Exit the Apple was dope, and then last night was dope.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yo, dude, super complimentary, dude. Nature makes me super complimentary.
Dude, yeah, I'm just in tune with my emotions right now.
I've never told you this before, dude, but you're really improving.
Dude, the fucking last track you put out, Jimmy, that was a smash.
Thanks.
You have
Dude.
fucking 15,000 plays on it in like 3 days. That's sick.
Yeah, dude, I'm very stoked about that. I was actually, I put it out at first.
Did you get like a bunch of subscribers off that too?
I don't think a lot. I might
Okay.
have gotten like a couple followers and shit
That's
on
dope.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if that matters as much as just getting like
Yeah,
I got a
getting
bunch
his
of
listens
likes,
or whatever, yeah.
That's most people anyway. That's just gonna be in their SoundCloud playlist now,
Fuck
which
yeah.
is dope. But I remember when I first put it out like 4 months ago. I put it out on Facebook. And like it got a solid reception. Like it got like 70, 80 likes or something like that.
Mhm.
People were all saying like, and I know the difference because I've definitely put out shit in the past where it's gotten like no likes, like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
or 4. So like it's not like that shit's automatic. And like it definitely caught, and I was like dope. And that was before I even like made the vocals sound like way better.
Hell yeah.
And then I put it out on SoundCloud, put it on Spotify, and it just kind of chilled there. I paid for a repost with this one dude. It was like $70. And it wound up only getting me like 4,000 plays, which 4,000 plays is cool, but ultimately it was just like, $70. So then I like just sat on it. I was like, all right, I'll just save up and promote the next song. And then I like realized, dude, it's gonna be a while, like another month before I can put out something. So I hit up my brother. Oh, this dog's about to go swimming, dude.
Ooh.
Dogs love Loch Raven.
How come dogs are allowed to swim in Loch Raven, but humans aren't?
I guess they're an animal, dude.
I guess. Dude, I got yelled at one time. I was here with Brandon Esquire and Colin, and we were fishing. And we all had licenses and shit, but Brandon had his dog with him. So, like, the fucking lake patrol, like, sped up on their speedboat. And they're like, you have to get that dog out of the water. Like, can I see your licenses? Blah, blah, blah. Are you keeping any of these? Da, da, da.
So you're
Annoying.
saying that dogs aren't allowed to swim?
They aren't, dude. But people just let them. People have no control over their
Except
animals.
for that guy. That guy didn't let him.
Dude, people have no control over their animals. He was in the water, but now he's coming back out because he's like, that shit was cold.
And I think it was illegal.
I
Dog's very.
think I heard with my supersonic hearing that it's illegal to be in the water.
Yeah, he must have heard us say it.
Yeah.
That was the most. So whoever invented the voice for Scooby Doo, like nailed
Fucking
what a dog
genius.
nailed what a dog is supposed to sound like.
For
Like that is
real.
exactly what a dog would sound like if it talked.
Just a fucking fucking weird guy with a speech impediment. What if that was that dude's fucking real voice?
Well, no.
Wait, speaking of what? Do you think they
Joe
listen to
O'Donnell
that?
from high school?
Not really,
All
no.
right, then never mind. Good. Then it makes me not have to go into this, which is perfect.
Ooh. Remember
it's
those
nothing bad, it was
girls
just
that, let me see if this is one of them. They might have liked the podcast page. No, they didn't. It wasn't one of them. Who is this? One of these old women just liked our podcast on Facebook.
Nice. One of them. Dude.
One of these fucking grandmas.
Dude, that is a legit grandma pick, dude.
Dude, they're going to share our podcast with their whole family, extended family, dude. We're going to get so many listeners.
I need to know who that grandma is.
Dude, fucking new like, though. We
Yeah,
got a
dude,
couple
I
new
saw
likes
that.
on here, man.
Somebody like the Cassie. We're going to be really catching on in the geriatric market.
We've
soon
honestly,
enough, guys.
we have more women liking our podcast than men.
Which
it's
is
kind of
awesome.
weird.
It's fucking awesome. I've noticed that as
Ooh,
well.
Nick Columbat liked our podcast.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Shout
shout
to
out Nick Columbat, dude.
Part of the original band.
Part of the original. It probably wasn't called it was Freshman back then. The Jimmy Selesky Experience.
Selesky Experience. Dude, then it was Jimmy and the Seleskis, which is vintage. Matt
Dude, that's
Lynch
a
came up
fucking
with
good one, dude.
That was a good lineup. Me, David, Morris, Will Beckman.
Dude, no, it's crazy. Matt Lynch, he just popped up on Instagram the other day, like, I know y'all missed me, and he looks like fucking ripped because he's in
Holy
like
shit.
the Marines or whatever.
The perfect caption when you're just ripped.
Yeah.
I know y'all. The only thing.
I know you've been waiting for this.
That's the equivalent of if you're a girl and you're super hot going, did you miss me? It's the guy version. Girls ask, dudes tell.
Dude.
I know y'all miss me. I don't even have to ask.
Look at this shit. I know y'all missed this.
I thought about it and I considered it, and I know you do.
And I know it for a fact. Let me see. I forget his.
Let's see his picture of Matt Lynch, dude.
What's his?
For anybody wondering, Matt Lynch is a classic throwback. What was he? So we had the Slabs, which is like the Close Friends.
He was in the Solo.
He was in Solo, dude. Solo
Yeah,
was a
Solo
crew.
was a dope crew.
Speaking of Solo, Solo became the group for a while.
Yeah. Well, because it's just like the most active one.
Which is weird. I don't know who came up with it and why. I like wasn't a part of it. I was just like, all right, I guess this is a thing now. But I dug it.
Yeah.
The picture was a red cup. I was like, dope. And
Well,
that was where
because we had to move out of Slabs because, like, I forget why. I feel like we just, like, started a new one because Mihai wasn't our friend anymore.
Well, no, we originally was Slabs. That was the group.
Yeah. Well, and then we kept
And then it
being
became
like, who's
at
to
the
hang
real
out?
Slabs. Remember, at the real
Yeah.
Slabs is not the original group, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah. Dude, I wish we still posted that. Like, literally, whenever I get bored, I just go to that group and just
fucking,
search a word.
Dan, like, liked... Or he, like, commented in one of your stories the other day or something. Or he, like, liked my post in it or something. I reread, like, the the story of you going to like Henry Lucas and Nick's house.
Oh, about
Yeah,
the buzzer beater,
yeah,
or
buzzer beater, dude. Well, no, it was
the Lucy one.
yeah.
Classic.
Dude, that was classic.
Dude.
Dude, you used to write fucking like op-ed pieces in Anterior Slash.
I did. I noticed that. I was like legit.
Dude, they're so fucking funny.
I never know. I'll just search and I'll just look through all of our old posts, and like we were so
Dude, we all used to be so funny.
we were all so funny back then, dude. We would just fucking fry each other and fry everyone. It was fucking awesome. God damn. Mehetti's not in it. Henry's not in it anymore.
Damn.
That dog's back in it, though. That dog's swimming again.
The dog's in the water. No rules out here. Dude, I forget. Do you remember Matt Lynch's Instagram?
Like, do I know his username, or you're just asking, do I
His
remember
username.
Nah, I don't fucking know.
Shit.
Is username not the correct term anymore?
No, that's right. I bet it'd be easier to look up someone we're friends with, and then like he also is followed by.
I bet you no one says the word username anymore unless you're over 24, 25.
That could be true.
I feel like people just say, like, yo, what's your at? That's the thing, right? People say, what's your at?
I got no clue, dude.
Dude, I don't know. We're so fucking old now. We're fucking sitting there by
know.
a lake.
Dude, there was like someone was using like some weird slang, like something like don't try to talk to me if you're dry. I'm like, what does that mean?
Hold up.
I'm definitely not soaked right now.
Dry. I think is if you're not carrying any drugs or anything, because they say like, yo, you wet? If you're wet, that means you're carrying.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Dude, that's because me.
Dude, you're so cool.
So cool.
You're so fucking cool.
Sitting here educating you on cool culture, dude. Oh, wet, dry, wet. You know, it's the opposite.
You know. Come on, you know. All right. I'm still trying to figure this shit out, dude.
Who are you trying to find, dude?
Trying to find Lynch, dude. The long lost solo boy.
He better be fucking ripped at this point, dude. This guy better be the most jacked person I've ever seen in my life.
He's got to be, right? Right?
Speaking of Instagram, I've just been like randomly DMing people.
Why?
I just use it as like, I don't DM people like that, but like every now and then I'll see like a girl, and I'll just like a girl that I know kind of, or know enough that DMing wouldn't be weird. And I'll just like DM them as if it was like the regular thing. If nothing else, I feel like I've done it like 3 times. But if nothing else, I feel like it draws into the podcast, dude.
True.
I thought about putting the podcast because you.
Oh, you've been DMing people from the podcast Instagram?
I've done it like 3 times. 3 times.
We're gonna get on fucking Jezebel next week. Fucking Baltimore podcast. Called sexually harassing.
Yeah, an entire podcast. Why is this? Like, I can't imagine the girls' like situation. Like, why is this podcast DMing me like it's just a regular guy? Oh man, I don't want to create my own Instagram though. Like, I don't even know if I wouldn't know what to do with my own Instagram.
You used to have a
and I didn't know what to do with it. I was like,
I remember your first post was an Irish car bomb.
Classic first post. Wasn't even a me. Just like, is this how it works? This will make people think I'm
Happy
cool.
St. Patty's Day. Something I don't even fucking
Classic
know.
something fucking stupid. That was when we were trying to be cool. That was the other thing. We definitely, when we were like 21, 22.
Oh, I found him, dude.
Oh, let me see this.
I kept looking up Matt, but I should have looked up Matthew.
Yeah, you fucked up there.
Dude, look how veiny his like fucking hands are.
Holy
They're like rugged as shit.
That's such a that's such a I know you missed me face, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Been a while. No, you all missed me.
How many likes is that rocking?
Ooh, a cool 61.
Ooh, cool.
And 3
61,
comments.
dude. Cool.
Hell yeah, son. Oh shit, you are alive. And then one that's hard eyes and drool face.
Ooh.
But that was from a guy.
Damn. See, I would, first of all, I would never.
Look at this shit. That's his entrance photo. That's him now, dude.
Damn, dude. He really
looks fucking chiseled.
He's fucking monster now. Dude, he used
Monster
to think
Matt,
we were
dude.
so funny. Dude.
I know, dude. Everyone used to think we were so funny. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No one thought we were funny.
Well, that's the thing. We used to think, okay, that was the one thing I picked up about like reading through Slabs. It was like we used to think that like Lucas and all their friends were like cooler than us.
Yeah.
And so we would always like try to party with them and shit. But like
Little did
at
we
this
know,
very
they wanted to
moment
party
right
with
now,
us.
at this very moment right now, we're definitely fucking the cooler group. There's no doubt in my mind right now.
Yeah, I mean, shout out that group.
Shout out that group. Shout out that group.
Because they're also our boys.
And this is a bitch move for me too, because if any one of them hears it, like Jimmy basically just said he looked up to us when he was. All right, so I'm not taking a bitch approach to this, but I'm just saying right now,
we got a podcast.
All of my
we're
friends are
homelessly
successful.
doing a podcast at Loch Raven.
Like we definitely made shit happen. We don't have any luck on Tinder. We don't have any luck. We still don't get much ass.
Yeah.
In general, as a general rule, we don't.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we learned that doesn't mean that we're not cool.
yeah,
If anything, I learned that we're cooler.
we learned not getting ass makes you cool.
No, but in all seriousness, we are the cooler group now.
Nah, that whole time I was just kidding. No, I wasn't. I was kidding though. We're equally cool. We're exactly as cool as each other.
Don't hate us. We still look up to you.
When are you guys?
Dude, I almost hit
throwing down
Lucas
again?
with my car the other day.
Well, okay, I will say this: Lucas Mosca
is still cooler than us.
He's cool. Lucas Mosca is definitely cooler than us. But and Andrew Smith is cool too. I love Andrew Smith.
Dude, give me a little Jimmy Francis in there too, man.
Jimmy Francis is very quiet guy.
But he's cool.
I liked him. Yeah, he was cool. He was like the definition of cool, because like that's what I imagine when I think of cool. Just somebody who doesn't like talk much, just is always in the cut. That's
True.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's always like that. I forget who it was the grade below us, but it was basically just like a tall Jimmy Francis with like curly hair.
I think that was his brother. Or
might have
it was
been.
either Teo Walker or Kevin Francis.
Ooh, it could have been his brother, dude.
Jimmy's it's weird when you think about your name. Like I was like, Jimmy is a weird, like I don't know that many people named Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know? But then again, I guess it's just weird to think like that's me, Jimmy.
I'm trying to think of like, I don't think I know any other Jimmys.
Well, you know Jimmy Francis. I know there was Jimmy
Well, yeah,
Walker.
I forgot about that.
There was one Jimmy per
There's a
grade.
comic, but he moved to Connecticut named Jimmy Blair.
Oh.
Shout out him.
I think Jimmy's definitely a one per grade type of name. Except we had two.
Me too.
We had two.
Well, I also had Jimmy, the fucking special ed kid. Or no, he was Jamie. No, but he called it. He was like, "I'm Jimmy."
No, dude, you're thinking of me. That's what I did.
Nah, you're like,
Dude, I haven't done that noise in so long.
what was that? The Psych Project?
Dude, that was
I mean, I know that was the fucking, yeah.
Dude, we used to make that voice all the time.
The trape, dude.
Fucking
Wild
traveling, dude. Traveling. God, those were so dumb,
The
dude.
Tarlape.
Tarlape.
Dude, fucking
Trapeshal Trollson, dude. God damn. Oh man, we used to have so much good shit when a fat girl would take a picture on Facebook that like of her boobs, make her look hot. We used to call it a trape trap.
Trape trap.
She's traping you, bro. Oh my god, man. We used to, like now that I think about it, that's probably why
We're
didn't
cooler.
get laid. Well, like that's both. That's probably why we didn't get laid, which in turn made us cooler. Because you have to be cooler if you're not getting laid, so you can eventually get laid.
True.
If you got to keep on trying to get cooler. We just had to keep on getting cooler. I'm glad.
Yeah, because I feel like like right now at least, all the cool people, they're getting married.
That's true.
They're getting locked
dude.
down.
I think it's because coolness up to a certain age is like the people that fit into the mold the best.
True.
Like, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, and right now all the cool people are doing I don't know. I think like this is like Ricky had friends that were getting married, and I was like, but those people are so fucking basic though. They're so fucking basic. Like they just do the same shit. Like we went to their wedding and they just have like the fucking like classic bridegroom dance thing where they like arrange a thing. It's like, dude, I cannot ever see myself doing that. I cannot ever see myself doing like all the fucking frilly shit. I just wouldn't be able to take it seriously. You know?
Yeah. It's definitely not my style either. But also, like, obviously when, like, if at some point either of us gets married, that shit'll probably happen because we just want to make our soon-to-be wife happy.
True. I'm kind of hoping that the woman I eventually marry also doesn't give too much of a shit about that. But the thing is,
They're gonna say, I hope the woman I eventually marry is like, dude. Then we both will just be like, that's bullshit.
yeah, you're right, bro.
Dude, mosquitoes are out in force right now. I don't know if you know this, but I just fucking getting bit.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely want a feminine wife. Like, feminine qualities are
But
fucking
you want her to have
awesome.
a masculine dick.
If I could find a guy who's just slightly more feminine than me, it would be the perfect wedding. Nah, dude. Nah.
Just kidding, dog.
Fucking with you, bro. I just don't see it happening, dude. Like, I know, Dan and Marissa are gonna have a wedding like that. I
Oh,
bet.
for sure.
Which is that wasn't like.
That's not shade or anything.
That wasn't shade in any way. I'm just saying, like.
But they just
you
fucking
know.
like really love each other. And that's like the
Exactly.
kind of shit that I feel like they would like to do.
I don't want to do something too far in either direction. Like, I don't want to go all out and do like the classic like yuppie, first marriage shit.
I'm also
But-
not trying to like go into debt having a
Yeah.
marriage. I'm not trying to go into a bigger and like crazier relationship being in money troubles.
But at the same time, I'm definitely also not trying to have like some like hipster ass shit where I like do it in my
Go to the courthouse or
backyard.
whatever.
Well, no,
like-
I would do the courthouse. That's not hipster. The hipster shit is like what David and Elizabeth did. They like got married in like a drum circle or something. I don't fucking know what they did. I wasn't invited, so I don't fucking know what they did. All right, so
They
from
got
now
married
on,
in
that's
a
what you
yurt.
guys fucking did. I'm glad you didn't invite me to fucking drum circle. Again, I'm not casting a shade on anybody.
Again, these are all our friends.
I love all you guys. I hope all you guys listen to this and
It's just
fuck
the lake
yourselves,
lets
dog.
this stuff out, yeah. The lake has us leaking
Nah,
right
dude, it
now.
made perfect sense. I definitely like when I would have been surprised that David invited me, only because like I knew it was a small thing and we hadn't talked in like a year,
Dude.
even though we were close. For
Yo,
a
look
good
over here
time.
for a second. I gotta get evidence that we recorded this shit
Ooh,
at
that's
Loch.
true. Everybody, yeah, we can use one of these as like the background art.
Yeah, I might do Snapchat so we both look beautiful.
Yeah, can we get a
Put the
fucking
beauty
can we
filter
get the
on.
dog filter on that? Dog?
Just dipping our toes in the water with the dog filter on.
Dude, those
This
would
is
be the Tinder
illegal.
pics, dude.
Dude, let me see.
We're
What's
taking.
what are we working with on?
Sorry for the law.
Ew.
We're taking visual proof that we actually are recording this.
Yeah, this is.
on
You
the
guys are gonna
reservoir.
really like this. Fucking the dogs of Loch Raven. The dogs.
It's gonna get me. I'm too close. I'm not close enough.
I don't know. Let me try it. There might be a dog that has like two faces. Oh wait, this might be it. This is a Guy Fieri one. I keep thinking the mic is part of the Snapchat filter. It's just still weird to me that I'm holding it. Oh, dude, we can be cuties.
Oh.
Live from the. I don't even know.
We're so fucking.
What is
cute,
this shit, dude? We're too cute.
We're so cute. I can't wait till you guys see this picture, dude.
It's a cute pic.
We're gonna caption it.
We could also
Did
do
you
this
miss
one.
us?
This one's fire. This one's beauty fire.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely a lip pucker.
What the fuck? Why isn't it working? Oh, oh. Hell. I like this one better. But just black ass eyes. Just look like demons. Dude, got the beer in there too. Perfect.
Dude, look at these fucking geese.
Dude, I gotta caption that live from the lake. Or live from the loch.
Guys, I'm sure that was definitely your favorite segment of this show. So
Yeah, live from the loch, dude. You guys are gonna see
live from the loch,
this.
dude. I like that.
Yeah.
How do we not think of that for like 3 hours? Live from the loch. All we needed to do was not say Raven. It was right in front of our faces, dude.
Ooh, I'll send that to my story and then Scott and Dan. And then maybe my brother. And you. And that's all my friends.
Send to friends list.
Oh, what was my shit earlier? Oh, hell yeah. Dude, look at this shit. There's like something like holding a tree up.
Oh my
and
God.
The tree's just like bursting out over it.
What the fuck?
The tree has like fucking what is that, a muffin top? Like, learn from yesterday, live for today was the
Who's
snap
the guy
thing
that lived
I
in the
used.
trash can on Sesame Street? Oscar the
Grouch, yeah.
He either looks like that or the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar. What, that tree?
Yeah.
The tree looked like the Hamburglar?
We used to call this girl that I worked with the Hamburglar.
How did that start?
Oh, man.
Long story.
Jeez. It's really not a long story. She was just fat.
She had no physical characteristics of the Hamburglar. You guys are just fat shaming her. In this climate, Jimmy?
This is 2011. It was a totally different world. It was literally a totally different world.
Oh, dude, Slabs was still popping.
Yeah, dude. Calling a girl the Hamburglar. We didn't say it to her face because that'd be rude.
That'd be rude.
That'd be rude. We didn't say it to her face, but like
Behind her back? Of course.
dude, behind her back, like a mature adult, like a gentleman.
Like a true upstanding citizen.
You know, but like it was a funny joke.
No,
I'm
that's
not-
fucking
not
hilarious.
gonna say it.
I'm not gonna use that nickname now. In this climate, I can't use that.
I can't, dude. In this climate. Oh man, that's the worst. I can sympathize more with people saying the "in this climate" line with the gun shit than with the misogyny shit from last night. I agree more with the teacher than I do with the people from last night.
Oh yeah.
Only because,
Dude, well, I
you're
mean,
in
I
school.
totally backed down and shit, and like, I definitely agreed with her in the moment, but also afterwards, I was like,
They didn't give you like a
Oh, yeah.
visitor's pass or something.
no.
That's
I guess
their
I should
fuck
have
up.
gotten one.
That's their
But
fuck
also,
up.
like, at the same time, like, I literally was just like, anytime I see the security guard, we'd like chat for a second. They never stopped me. Like, it was always just like, I don't know. She was like the only one who wasn't cool, basically.
Yeah.
Fucking lame, dude.
Jeez.
Watch out for these lames.
She wasn't even hot. Dude, I think a hot teacher's like the fucking
Hot teacher.
the hot teacher's like the ultimate fantasy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the hot teacher, there's two types of dudes in this world, dude. There's the hot teacher fantasy and there's the sexy schoolgirl fantasy, dude.
Ooh.
Those are your two.
There's the
right
two
there.
dudes.
Myself
the
personally.
alphas and the betas.
True. The betas
Go for the schoolgirls.
goes for the
the
schoolgirls.
alpha
dude.
goes for the out of his league, overage.
Coincidentally, they're both kind of no. The hot teacher outfit is like I'm picturing a white button up, but button like way down so you can see her cleavage,
Yeah, yeah.
and then like
Oh
glasses,
yeah, keep going.
glasses, bright red lipstick, fucking hair tied back in a ponytail
Little fuck me pumps.
with the fuck me pumps and like really hot but really professional business pants.
But also pants.
Pants, definitely.
Definitely pants though. Like
Yeah, that's the hot
I was
teacher.
like didn't think about it when I said that.
Dude,
but
if
I'm
you're wearing
like,
fuck me
ooh,
pumps, you're
but
walking wearing.
pants? Ooh.
Ooh, go
See
on.
those fucking tone ass
The hot
legs?
the sexy schoolgirl is same type of deal almost. Glasses, but glasses, maybe sucking on a lollipop, obviously.
Obviously.
A white button-up, buttoned the same way, but instead of going all the way down, tucked into her pants, it's like
The
wrapped
tie off.
around the tie off.
Yeah.
And then she's wearing like a plaid skirt and like knee-high socks and like
And also pants.
definitely pants. Definitely pants. She's definitely got. Definitely. Did I say pigtails already? Pigtails is the classic.
That's the classic.
Nobody, dude. I can't even imagine. I would not let my daughter wear pigtails. I don't care how old she is.
Yeah.
You're just asking for like that's like pigtails have such a stigma now in this climate. They're fucking.
Dude, we need to start a new podcast called In This Climate. And it's just our live episodes from Loch Raven. Only on the spring, summer, and autumn do we do these
seasonal
special
podcasts.
In This Climate. Like how Joe Rogan has like the fight recap, like the fight whatever commentary podcasts. Episode 1 of In This Climate on the Live from the Studio network.
Ooh, the network, dude. I like that. LFTSN.
Ooh, dude, that sounds like ESPN.
I know, dude. We can
but
take
an
it
extra N. Or just an extra letter.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess. See, the thing is like, I almost feel like the schoolgirl fantasy is, when you really get down to it, creepy, because we understand that these girls are 18.
They're not, I mean, like,
But
if
we're
you're actually
pretending
talking
like
about
they're
a
not.
real schoolgirl, then they're
Dude,
not.
okay, I'm not talking about real. I'm talking about a porn schoolgirl.
Oh,
dude.
okay, yeah.
But the thing is, the people that are getting off to porn schoolgirl fantasies,
Dude, some of those girls are like fucking 23 and shit.
yeah, but they're fantasizing that they're young, like teenage girls. They're fantasizing like they're like 14,
sure,
15.
yeah.
Like that's what you're supposed to get out of those. Like, and then you're like, oh, well, they are technically 18 though. But it's like, well, I mean, dude, like you're literally putting yourself in a sexual fantasy where this is a girl in grade school. Like that, is that not
Yeah.
weird? Don't get me wrong, I've definitely
it's
jerked
definitely
off to a
weird.
couple of these videos.
But when I was in grade school.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
Exactly. But also, maybe once or twice recently. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what I jerk off to most of the time.
I usually forget. Like,
But I'm sure.
immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Immediately afterwards. Immediately.
Don't remember any names.
So like, I'm sure that
no
I've done this.
faces.
I'm not
I'm
calling
bad
out,
with names.
I'm not saying that these dudes are weird. I'm just saying, like, when you really think about it, it is kind of weird. Like also like the websites that like make their entire thing that like weare18.com. Like,
Yo.
I want to make sure that you're exactly old enough to fuck and not a second older.
Or yeah, there's like one that's called Barely Legal. And it's like,
Literally, well, come on, dude.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Imagine like getting your credit card bill and you're like, what is this barely legal for? What does this
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's too fucking much.
How do you explain that to your parents?
Yeah, god damn. Especially right now.
Yeah, in this climate, dude. Come on. This fucking Jared Fogle 6-inch Supreme climate.
Dude, everything's fucking crumbling to the ground, dude. We legitimately, I don't know how serious this is, but we legitimately might be about to go to war right now.
Yeah, I don't know how legitimate that is either, but also it's pretty scary. I've been making like a joke about being like, guys, are you ready for the fucking the draft again?
The draft. I tell you what, dude. I think we're too old. No, what is it? 18 to 30? Fuck. I'm like the prime candidate for the draft, dude.
Exactly. That's my joke. I'm
Non-college
like,
education.
dude, not college. Like, fucking, I'm not doing anything with my life. Fucking here at a bar doing comedy.
That is the main
All of you would
reason-
get drafted too. You're not doing shit either.
Exactly. That is definitely the main reason I wouldn't support the war, because Eric and I are going first, dude. We're like, yeah, dude. God damn. I hope that doesn't happen.
That would fucking blow.
What would you do? Would you go?
I'd probably go. I mean, I'd have to, right? I can't George W. Bush it and fucking call my dad and be like, hey, can I not go to war today?
I tell you what, man. I tell you what.
I wish I could.
I don't know if I would go.
Dude, remember when you're like 18 and you're like, dude, I'm just ready for some shit to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm fucking ready for
I
this
would have
shit.
gone then.
Yeah, but now, fucking way more mature.
It's just like that's the crazy thing. If I was going to war, I would have to fully support the cause. Like, the only time I would feel like I would actually go to war is if somebody was invading our homeland. Like, if troops were marching down our streets,
Yeah.
I would pick up a gun and fight to the death for that. Fuck that. I'll do that in a second.
Yeah.
I would be pissed.
But I'm not trying to go to like someone else's house, like other homeland, and have them do that shit to me.
Exactly.
Like,
I'd be like, dude, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even want to be here. You don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Like, but like I thought about but that's a reality that people like. My grandfather grew up in German occupied Greece for during the time of World War II, and like they occupied like they also grew up in Turkish occupied Greece. Like, they can treat you like shit. They like, instead of basically living in that is like, instead of seeing cops roll around, you see like their military trucks rolling around. So like, they're the ones controlling your society. I would be so fucking mad if like the Chinese government or the Russians came here and did that shit. I would definitely fight. But no, if we got into some kind of like weird ass Twitter war with Russia, I don't know. Like, the thing
I'm not
is,
doing that.
huh?
I'm not fighting for that.
I'm not fighting for that. I don't even know why. Like, who? Like, what's weird is like the thing that they're saying right now about Assad is literally the same exact justification we used for Saddam Hussein in the war of Iraq,
Yeah.
the Iraq War. It's the same exact justification, the humanitarian angle. But it's like, dude, there's no like, do you know how many fucking countries are doing that shit to their people? You know how many fucking places there's genocide and shit like that? Like, just tell me what it really is for. We all, like, it's not because Assad's doing something that anyone else, anywhere else, isn't doing. We're there for fucking...
Because China and Russia are trying to make their own currency and oust the dollar out.
We're there. Why can't we just say that? Why can't we just say that? Why can't we just be like, look, guys, here's the real fucking deal. Well, there's a big fucking turf war going over there over a lot of resources, a major sphere of influence. Like, this is what it takes to be the #1 country in the world. Like, you like fucking iPhones, you like New York City, you like pizza, you like fucking Netflix. This is what it fucking takes. Just fucking say that, and I'd be like, all right.
You like to chill?
You like to chill? You like running water? Do you not like having to wipe your ass and throw it in a trash can next to you? These are all things like, and fucking don't even get at me if you're from Europe, because the EU does that shit. You guys are doing the same fucking thing. So you're from fucking Switzerland or something.
Jimmy is like ranting at a tree right
You're
now.
fucking, we don't do anything. Yeah, you do. You got all the fucking banks that fund this shit. Switzerland, everybody's fucking guilty of it. Every first world country is guilty of it. Just fucking say it.
Dude, you can't say this shit to my face.
Dude, I had to look away for that. I don't even know what I was looking at there. I was looking at Switzerland. I was looking at you, Switzerland, when I said that. I don't have a compass, but I was looking at you. The earth is round, bitch. I was going to make there sometime.
If I keep going, man. I have like a 20/20 vision. It'll keep going.
Damn. Yeah, man. I would do it that. I just don't like the fact that, like, that they just won't. I feel like there's like this idea that, like, well, you can't tell people what's really going on. But it's like, why? I feel like most people, if you just said it like it is, most people would just get it. Like, everybody's cool. Like, everybody understands that the reason our iPhones are cheap is because we allow companies to,
like Foxconn, to
Yeah.
make it, to basically like drive their employees into suicide, so they have to
Yeah.
put like nets around their building.
in other countries they take advantage of cheap labor laws and no environmental restrictions and no workers' compensation, all the other bullshit that we enjoy over here. But we recognize that the reason we can get our shit cheaper is because they make it over there. And you know what? If you ask any fucking person, they'll say the same thing. Like, yeah, I know, but like, blah, blah, blah. They still won't support bringing it back to America because ultimately you're what's the word I'm looking for? When you like love people. Philanthropy. Your philanthropy ends the second your iPhone costs $100 more.
Yeah, I feel like it'd go up more than a couple and $100.
Whatever,
but
200,
still,
300. Yeah. It's the obvious. Basically, all it says to me is you've put a price on how much you give a shit about the shit you say you give a shit about. But regardless, everybody accepts it, and it's just whatever. So why can't we do the same thing with anything else?
Dude, facts.
Facts.
Facts from the lake.
Facts from the lake. And whoever's sitting in that direction, you know it now.
Fucking random white dude on the golf course over there. Like, where'd I get all this knowledge from?
This guy's really onto something.
You gotta walk in that direction to figure out who's spitting these facts.
Just fact after fact, after truth after fact.
Just lies uncovered by truths. Facts.
Damn, dude. Spitting myths from the cliffs, dude. This isn't
the cliff.
This isn't the cliff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it is. And I'm going to start up another fight. I'm going to get people really. For some reason, of all the fucking things, that thing was what made people the most mad. Don't you ever say the cliffs aren't real.
I've been there, dude. I've jumped off them.
All you got to do is, it's like you're fucking with a 4-year-old. Just like, no, you haven't. You haven't been there. Fuck you, dude. I mean, I get it. I'm a dick. But at the same time,
Well, it was very entertaining.
gives a shit, dude. Jesus Christ. You know you're lying anyway.
I know the cliffs don't exist.
We're all on the same page on that, so why you gotta keep fucking pushing it?
Oh, shit. Dude, it is unreal out here.
Dude, this is sick.
It's so
is
fucking
dope.
nice, man. Dude, there's definitely a tide, too, right?
Nah,
like,
I
it's
think
coming
that's just
in.
wind.
That's just wind? I feel like it's constantly coming into shore. I feel
Guys,
like
somebody
that's the
tweet at us.
definition
I'm
of
going
a
to ask
tide.
this, and if this actually happens, I'll be stoked beyond belief. Somebody tweet us at some point when you ever catch this episode, if or if not, Loch Raven Reservoir is affected by a tide system. Does Loch Raven have a tide? Let us know. At LFTS Podcast. No, you guys are never going to do it. Like, look, I was about to do it. Fuck you, dog. It'd be good to know. It'd be good
Yeah,
to know.
dude. I'm saying there's definitely a tide system here.
I don't think it's big enough, dude. That's like, it's almost the equivalent of saying there's a tide in your swimming pool. At a certain point, it's just too small to have a tide.
Yeah, that's true. But this is
But
pretty
does your
big,
swimming pool
dude.
have a tide? It might.
It might.
It might on maybe everything has a tide, but it's only in the ocean you can recognize it on such a scale because it's such to that magnitude.
Yeah.
The ocean's fucking huge. Isn't there more ocean than land? There's definitely
Yeah, I think so.
the majority of the Earth's surface area is water, which is crazy. We're all just on a giant island right now.
Just giant little fucking rocks poking out of the water.
What's wild to me is that
Just fucking cliffs, dude. We're always at the cliffs. That's why people got so mad.
Exactly. Do you live on land? Fucking. It just. The Earth is literally just like just imagine a round ball full of like all these mountainous peaks and then water filling it in. So like all land is just like the highest parts of the mountain, and it's all flooded.
That's some real shit.
And it's so fucking deep.
The ocean, or like that saying, or that like epiphany.
What I just said was so fucking deep. I need to repeat it. I don't even remember what I fucking said. I don't even feel like it was that smart.
It was just that like every continent is basically just like a mountain sticking out of the water.
Ooh, that is deep. But no, I was saying the ocean is deep.
Oh, the ocean is deep.
The ocean is super fucking deep.
The ocean's deep
There's
as fuck.
so
We haven't
much-
been to the bottom of it yet, and we've been to the moon.
Yeah, that's why. Dude, what if they fake landing at the bottom of the ocean?
Dude, they've done it before.
Just say, use some footage from the moon, dude. They don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, dude. There's low gravity
Stanley
and
Kubrick's still
underwater,
alive.
right?
Get him in here. We need it to look
We
like we
faked his
planted
death, right?
a flag at the bottom of the ocean. There's a United States flag and some fucking like dude in a scuba suit. Like there's just one small.
What if it's like some crazy shit though that like I don't know, man. Like the way that we've just like adapted and as a species grown to live on these little fucking pebbles in the water. There's got to be something that like I don't know, man.
Definitely nothing as
It's-
intelligent as us.
I don't know though, because it hasn't been disturbed. You know.
Dude, if it were as intelligent as us, it would have disturbed us by now.
But what if they can only live in that like super under pressure? It's like they get reverse bends or something. You know.
They would have invented something to travel up to the top, dude. If you're trying to get at, they are literally as smart as us. Then they would be currently working on technology to be able to survive in above ground pressure the same way we're trying to figure out how to survive in below the ocean
What if
pressure
there was a peace treaty?
that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, what I'm saying
That
is,
is
after this
so
podcast,
deep,
we gotta
Doug.
we gotta dive to the bottom of Loch Raven.
Dude, there could be people. Dude, there's
There's a
definitely gotta
town.
be dead bodies down there.
Oh, for
there
sure.
are definitely dead bodies at the bottom of Loch Raven, and not only because maybe some people.
There's definitely
stayed-
a cemetery.
Dude, there's definitely a cemetery. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, we've talked about this one time before. Loch Raven is a man-made reservoir that was made by flooding the Gunpowder River in the town of Warren, Maryland, an
Yeah.
ancient town, not that ancient, like the 1800s or something
Yeah.
like that. And there's like just a full town at the bottom of
It's
Loch
like a
Raven.
fucking church, like just a bunch of houses and shit.
And so there's definitely a cemetery,
There's definitely a cemetery.
which means, I mean, well, there's way more than just those dead bodies. Like, people have definitely gotten killed and thrown in here, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
Like, off the bridge, definitely, with some cinder
Yeah.
blocks. Ooh, that's such a classic way to go, dude. They got to kill you first. though.
Cement feet or cement shoes or whatever.
Cement feet, like being killed like that alive, that's got to be the fucking worst.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think they say that drowning is like one of the worst ways to die.
Just going to
Just
put it
because
out
you're
there.
like conscious of it the entire time and like,
If anybody ever kills me, don't do it that way.
yeah,
please.
same. Samesies.
Have a fucking heart. I get it if you want to kill me.
I'm going to call shotgun on that too.
Co-sign. Eric's officially co-signing on that. Please don't drown us. Please don't skin me alive. Fuck that. Please don't fuck anything that has to do with like my belly button or my dick. I don't know why I said belly button first. There's one thing.
Don't do anything to my man pussy or...
Dude, belly button just grosses me out, dude. Whenever I touch it, I'm like, ooh, I'm so close
It's
to my
weird. I like
intestines.
always forget that I have one. And then I like, oh yeah, I have a belly button. And I poke around in there. It's fucking like lint and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, once you start getting body hair, lint.
Dude,
is
I went to
real
a
thing.
fucking I had a fucking like piece of sand in my like belly button for like a month after going to the beach and just like body surfing into the fucking like waves and shit. And I like picked it out and I just felt so gross.
Oh no, that sand was just chilling there.
Just
dude.
chilling,
It's
dude.
about to grow a sand tree or something.
It's about to get affected by the moon.
Yeah, dude, I've definitely found some stuff. I can't recall exactly what they all have been. But like, dude, I've had water in my ear for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like literally, it's just like I'll just move my head too fast and I'll just like a sloshing sound, like, and I'm just like, is that thing still in my head?
Dude.
And I
Just
literally
dry up.
and I literally just fucking. You guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm fucking just jerking my
Twerking
head
his
around.
head, yeah.
Yeah, twerking
No,
my
you
head is a
gotta
better
do.
description.
You like shook up the beer. That's funny as fuck. You gotta fucking do like a little cap of rubbing alcohol, put it in your ear, and it like burns like shit for like a second, but it like evaporates all that shit. It also like loosens up all your wax and shit. I do it like every couple of months. I don't do it regularly because it fucking stinks.
Oh, you do it only when you have water, or you just do that as like routine?
It has like a
hygiene?
cleaning thing. But also, like, it
Ooh.
helps if you like, yeah, that's like the trick for getting, like, if you get water in your ears in, like, a pool or the ocean or something, you can't get it out.
That's a good routine thing to have. I can't think of very many routine things I do for hygiene. I brush my teeth every morning. Here's a fact, dude. I'll say it. I don't brush my teeth before I go to bed.
Whoa.
Is that, like, weird?
That's kind of weird.
I brush my teeth when I wake up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, nobody
I mean,
cares
I
how
do
my
that
breath
too.
smells when I go to bed. Who gives a shit?
I definitely, like, I feel, like, guilted into brushing my teeth before
'Cause
I
you
go
feel
to
like
bed
people are
because
gonna-
I, like, eat so much shit
Yeah.
that, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's definitely on my teeth still. I shouldn't sleep for, like, 8 hours with this just chilling in a closed mouth.
Like, okay, like if I was out drinking all night and I smoked a bunch of cigs, which like go hand in hand now,
You got to brush your teeth.
yeah, I'll brush my teeth only because I
just feel
can't
dirty.
I can't stand the taste of my own fucking mouth.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
if I'm just living a normal day, oh my god, look at all those fucking ducks, dude.
Yeah.
That is
Dude,
a
I hope they come over here.
Gigantic fucking
That'd be
swarm
cool,
of ducks.
man.
They're all floating just calmly.
Yeah, they're riding the tide, dude.
Dude, exactly. You know what? Just a quick throwback to that conversation real quick. There definitely every body of water. I'm going to go out, I'm going to say this. Any scientists, prove me wrong, dude, at LFTS Podcast. Any body of water, anything in the universe is affected by gravity, right?
Mhm.
So the moon pulls on the ocean, and that causes the tide, and we recognize it as such a shift in what's it called, elevation, because it's such a huge body of water. But even a drop of water on some level is affected by gravitation. So Loch Raven Reservoir definitely has a tide, but it probably only exists on like at max like an inch magnitude.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's
Maybe
right
not
in the
even an
name,
inch.
though, dude.
Huh?
Drop of water. It drops. Gravity.
True. Exactly. That's gravity, dude. You see it every day. Turn the water bottle upside down. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell Eric he's wrong because I didn't even fucking notice that. It's like there's got to be some way I could explain to people that gravity affects water. But how?
But there's drops of it. But how do I correlate?
When rain is in the sky, what happens to it? I'm sorry, guys. Everybody's probably listening to this like,
Let's,
yeah, dude, everything
let's-
you just said is obvious.
Let's hide some of these cans.
True,
I feel like I
true.
hear Bodie boy.
Jesus. What happened to the beer I was drinking?
Oh, wait. It might just be a fucking plane. I put it over behind my backpack.
Oh, all right. Let me get that back, dude, because that's a
Okay.
plane.
Okay, here you go.
Plain old plane.
Plain old plane. Oh, yeah, it is. But it could be the wildlife plane.
Nah, we're good. What are they gonna do? Fucking like
Zoom in.
shoot it?
Yeah, they're going to shoot us up. Dude, that would suck, though, if they did.
Couldn't
Don't
see we
shoot
were away
us.
from here, dude.
You're holding guns. Like, we're podcasting. No.
No. We know you're podcasting. It's illegal.
You
Where are
don't
your
have
licenses?
Yeah, where's your podcast license?
We can't see him from here. Podcast license. These ducks definitely have a floating license because they are good at it, dude.
Yeah.
They are just coasting.
And they did not come over
I
this
really
way.
wanted them to come over this
I
way.
wanted them to come closer.
I wonder what they're up to, dude. Like, what do you think they're doing?
I bet they just came up. They probably just migrated back up here.
True. They probably just got here. They're like, all right, so this is a new spot. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice and warm here.
Check
Let's
it out.
stay.
Like, this is
It's
like when
fucking
they
20
come.
tomorrow.
Sorry, Doug.
They all
I
freeze.
know you guys can't get the weather.
Like, they all end up in like Chinese food places' windows, roasting.
Yeah, dude, you guys would be sadly disappointed. Damn. They probably did. This is probably like when we get to Ocean City, we're like, just like I remember it.
Yeah.
That thing, the ocean.
It's fucking warm.
Crazy. They just got they were flying up this whole time. They were like, ooh, they really lucked out.
I hope we didn't make a wrong turn. I thought we were flying straight. I don't know though.
Dude, it's amazing how those birds work. Migratory birds, they
Yeah.
fly so fucking far.
Yeah, they go to like South America and shit.
It's ridiculous. Like, how non-adaptable can you possibly be when you literally have to fly to the other side of the earth in order to survive a season? I mean, I'm not saying that humans are any better, because we have to fucking dress differently for every season, but like, we're smart as fuck.
Yeah, dude, birds just haven't figured out clothes yet.
Dude, they got feathers. I'm so glad we don't have feathers.
Feathers? I don't know. I feel like feathers would be cool.
Dude, okay. You would not want feathers.
Dude, if I had like a fucking sleeve of feathers.
All right, would you rather have scales or feathers? Or like
a shell?
A shell. An exoskeleton. That would be fucking wild, dude.
That'd be sick.
An exoskeleton.
Be rock hard all day.
My fucking body would just be like a bunch of like circular joints, dude. I'd look like a bug, dude. I would be a bug or like a crab or something, which sometimes is included in bug fights for some reason. I guess you consider a crab a bug, which makes it disgusting.
Bugs of the sea, dude.
Because people in Maryland fucking love eating crabs, as do I.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, crabs are fucking... They're just like sea spiders.
Yeah, man.
They're fucking disgusting. They're like literally underwater insects. Kind of.
No, for sure. Dude, pretty much any like mollusk or not mollusk, but like shellfish or whatever is like just a fucking water bug.
Like a shrimp? Come on, dude. A shrimp is a fucking water bug.
Yeah, just grew up.
And we fucking love that shit. I
It's
love
good.
shrimp.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta steam some fucking bugs and see what it's all about.
No,
Steam
dude.
some bugs with Old Bay.
Could be good, dude.
Could be good.
Depending on the bug,
You
dude.
just gotta eat the white meat.
Dude, can you imagine eating like a steamed centipede?
Ugh.
Trying to crack all
Crack
those legs?
each leg, yeah, dude.
Take it for fucking ever, dude.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
like
that.
those people eat crabs and they're like, yeah, I like to get every leg. The fucking millipede. Steamed millipede.
Mm. Yeah, dude. No fucking thanks. It's literally like eating a steamed tarantula. But when I say no thanks, I mean like I'm definitely looking forward to eating crabs this year.
Oh, yeah.
There's such a that's
Dude,
something
they're coming up.
that's something that's just so purely Maryland. I mean, they do it
And
in
it's such
Virginia.
it's like such a crazy like flavor profile.
Mhm.
Like you don't like even with other like steamed foods, you don't get that same like combination of like
I'm gonna talk to you while I
flavors
take
and
a
shit.
piss.
Okay. Dude, that's why you brought the long cords.
Yeah,
Fucking dog walkers
Oh,
come
man,
over here
this is
and
the
shit.
first time I've ever live.
Dude, I might join you on this. I don't know how we're gonna hear each other though.
It'll be cool. They will hear us.
Dude, this is a podcast first. Me and Jimmy are both pissing
Official podcast
in
piss.
the woods. Live from the studio exclusive.
Dude, this is actually dope though.
Dude, I feel like we're like brothers now. Dude, if we were like 10 years old, these wouldn't be microphones, they'd be cups and string.
And we would be able to hear each other better though.
Yeah, we hear all the piss. It'd be like we're wearing headphones.
That's when we know we've grown up.
You don't need headphones anymore, dude. Yo, I never pod with headphones.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I think that's a podcast first. I think we just broke a Guinness record right now.
That was tight,
Dude, a fucking LFTS live from the Loch exclusive.
Live from the Loch.
Two
See, it's gonna be
separate
tough for me to decide.
piss.
This episode's name is gonna be either live from the Loch or in this climate.
The cooler group.
No, that's definitely been a Facebook clip though.
Dude, we don't have any video for this one.
Mm.
I guess that's not a big deal.
Whatever, dude.
It's it's not about the video. It's about the
It's about the
pod.
audio. That's where the
Yeah.
magic happened anyway. I'm about to get some more earth crumbs on me. Crumbs.
Dude, yeah,
on
I'm
here.
like stretching right now. I want to do some like theater exercises.
fucking
Get fucking
steamed.
lubed up.
Steamed. Oh, yo, lobster's good. And the other thing is, lobster used to be considered like food
yeah,
for
like
peasants.
poor people food.
And now it's like a fucking delicacy. Like
Yeah.
anything with lobster in it is like, woo.
But I feel like it was probably just like one trendy restaurant back then that was like, yeah, but we're just gonna do like the upscale version of a lobster,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
everyone started doing that
Like
shit.
Somebody from fucking
Just some
Station
fucking
North.
1900s hipster.
Fucking yeah, like a fucking fake monocle or something. Whatever the fuck a 1900s hipster would have worn, like riding a bicycle
Yeah, they
because it's
see money.
ironic. Because I
Like,
guess
oh.
everybody drove around unicycles back then, right?
Oh, I don't
They
know.
hadn't
Maybe.
invented the second wheel yet.
No, I think they had those big wheels, like the ones with the big wheel in the front and the small in
Yeah,
the back. And he was like, I'm going to have two wheels that are the same.
Yeah, exactly. That was like he was driving around like a fucking like,
No, this is
Schwinn-
called a fixie. It's a fixed wheel size.
Yeah, dude, everybody's looking at him like, look at him with his fuking equal size wheels. Fucking just, we get it, dude.
Get
You're
it, dude.
ironic.
Get it, dude. You got a big dick.
Fucking 1900s betas. Eating fucking, what were we even talking
Fucking
about? Yeah,
watching
making fucking
schoolgirl
lobster
porn and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The first people who start, oh, man. I don't even know what I was getting at, but I'm telling you.
But I'm telling you, they were the first.
They were the fucking first, and they definitely beat off the schoolgirl porn or whatever the fuck. I guess it would have been like, I don't even know what if it existed back then. But regardless, lobster isn't even that fucking good.
It's pretty good.
You have to dip it in butter for it to be
Well,
good.
no,
Crab
dude,
is better than lobster.
Dude, lobster with some Old Bay on
Write
it,
it
that's
down.
delish.
Lobster is decent, but sometimes it gets too.
'Cause I don't
rubbery
fuck
if you
with the
overcook
butter.
it.
So like,
You don't
I
like
don't,
butter?
No, yeah, dude. I don't
That's
like
what makes lobster for me. I won't
See-
even touch lobster if I can't put butter in it. I mean,
See,
that's a
and that's
lie.
why I put Old Bay on it.
You're just trying to trick yourself into thinking it's crab at that point.
True.
Crab is better than lobster. And the reason is eat lobster the way everyone else eats it. Because of course, being from Maryland, we're gonna naturally put Old Bay on any fucking thing.
Yeah, that's
if
seafood.
it comes from the water.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but eat it the way other people eat it. Just lobster and then put it in butter. Dip it in melted butter. It's decent.
Yeah.
But it's not better than crab meat. The only problem with a crab meat is that the process of having to extract the meat is like, first of all, you have to know how to do it. And it's also a tedious thing.
Yeah.
But that's part of it. Because you can literally sit there and it's such like a conversation. It's such an event when you get crabs. Because it forces everybody to like sit at the table and just fucking, it's like.
Well, it's like a weird like meditation thing because you're all doing the same ritual. And, like, it becomes second nature, so then you can just kind of, like, concentrate on talking.
Dude, that is so fucking true, dude. That's such, like, a cool-ass Maryland cultural thing.
Crack a
we
fucking
have
brew.
A fucking
chill
dude.
out, think about the world.
It's literally like fucking church, dog. Crab
Maryland church. Crabs.
All right. Dude, fuck yeah. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be from Maryland.
Dude, Maryland's a sick-ass state. Honestly, I'm stoked that I'm like from fucking like Baltimore and shit.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
stoked. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm more stoked about being from Baltimore, but also
if we're just talking about states, Maryland's a dope state.
Maryland's a dope state as a whole, but like Baltimore is such a different place than like most of Maryland.
Oh, for sure.
Like Baltimore is like its own fucking thing, kind of. Cause like most of Maryland is kind of like
pretty like
country.
hick.
Yeah, it's pretty country, dude. Like if you're not directly in like the urban area, you're in like fucking it's fucking
Yeah, you're just on someone's property.
exactly. Like Carroll
what you
County.
doing here, boy?
I don't want to say hick. I mean, like, well, I will say hick for like many parts of Maryland. Collectively, the entire Eastern Shore. I'll say that. Western Maryland. Definitely hick country out in the west, and I don't mean hick as an insult. I mean it as like a term of endearment.
Yeah, as like a describer word.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're fucking out there, rural type of community.
Yeah, you went to fucking Harvard. Like you had a farming class in your high school.
Yeah, dude. But
that's not Harvard. It's Hereford, right?
Well, there's Hereford, which is in Baltimore County, and there's Harford County, which is not in Baltimore County because it's its own county.
Because it's its own.
Harford County is not even like redneck, other than in certain parts. I would say it's much more transit. It's just kind of like there's a lot of white trash areas in Harford County, which there are in Baltimore as well. But there's also a lot of fucking rich as fuck areas in Harford County too.
Yeah,
people have some big ass fucking houses in Harford County. But it's not on the water. I like living somewhere close to the water.
Yeah. Dude, it's very nice. Just like, dude, when you hit me up to do this podcast today at the Loch Raven livecast, I was so pumped because, like, I honestly was like, I don't know if I want to do the podcast. Like, I got to fucking get up at 6 tomorrow. I want to be out there late as shit. And you're like, yo, let's go. Midday podcast in nature.
I was just feeling it, dude.
The Nature Boys.
This is the time.
That could be. I thought that as another title. The Nature Boys.
Nature Boy. Ooh, true. Damn, these are all good fucking titles. This is gonna be tough. This is definitely gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. Dude, I think this is another good cast.
I think so too.
I think so.
I feel like
I think we've been on a good streak.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, there's another
flock of ducks.
Flock is the word I've been looking for this entire time. There's another group, swarm, bunch. I don't know.
Flock. Bunch of cattle over there.
Flock of ducks is the word I'm looking for. I'm sure there's like an actual term. Every flock of birds has its own name. Like a murder of crows.
Yeah.
A conspiracy of ravens, or
a bugle of ducks.
Is that it?
No. It sounds right though.
Dude, the best one, a bugle of ducks does sound right. The best one, a gaggle of geese is a classic one.
Yeah, yeah.
But the classic one, the coolest one in my opinion is for ravens. and unkindness of ravens.
Ooh.
Unkindness. That's fucking eerie, first of all. That's like the
Yeah.
most eerie word I can think of. If somebody named a horror movie The Unkindness, I feel like it would be like a really scary movie.
Oh, I'd get goosebumps.
I'd definitely watch The Unkindness. And like the last scene of the trailer would just be like a girl like, "Ah!" I would just fucking,
Yeah.
The Unkindness. That'd be fucking sick, dude. Somebody should make that movie. And it, I don't even, that's where
I don't even need credit. Just fucking do it.
Just take it. Just take it. Just take it. Take it. Somebody needs to do something with it. I'm pissed off that the Ravens and the Orioles have not taken advantage of how dope their flock names are because we're
Wait, which one's
Birdland.
the Orioles?
The Orioles, I kid you not, I swear to God, is a pitch of Orioles.
Whoa.
I swear to God, it is a pitch of Orioles.
Holy shit.
And we don't do anything with it. How do you not do something with that? A fucking pitch of Orioles. It was literally God-given, dude. Like, the English language was invented for us to do something with that fucking pun. And we just won't do it.
No, it's crazy.
Like, well, we're not keeping
Long
Manny Machado.
after we're all dead and buried and all this shit's still going on, some fucking like intern at a marketing company is gonna be like, "What if we called it a pitch of Orioles?" It's like, Johnny, I think you've got it.
You got yourself a deal.
You got yourself an extra month's supply of pills.
Whatever we pay people in the future. We just pay them in fucking opioids. Just fucking go to sleep, dude. The world
The
sucks.
opioid epidemic just becomes the new currency.
Just pay in Xannies.
It's like, oh, and just so you know, like, I gotta pay under the table, so this is like straight up fentanyl. Man,
That'd be dope.
should we wrap up? It's about to be dark as shit here.
It's about to be dark.
We casted through the sunset.
Yeah,
we didn't
I
get
don't
to
even
see
remember
it.
The sun. I don't even remember seeing the
The
sun.
sun
today.
was behind us.
Oh, I was
so
gonna
we've
say
only
I haven't
been,
seen
like,
the sun. I'm gonna say this. I haven't seen the sun once today. I haven't literally have not
You
seen
haven't
it.
looked at it?
I haven't looked for it.
Do you look at the sun every day?
I mostly
or-
look ground level, dude. That's
Are you one of those guys that does like sun gazing?
No, I'm the opposite of one of those guys. I'm a guy who literally can go an entire day without recognizing the sun. Oh, that's there. Oh, that's the cause of all life and heat on this planet. Didn't even catch my mind.
I forgot about that.
Damn, dude. Well, I don't even know how to plug from the side of a fucking lake.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
Shout out to Loch Raven.
Yeah, shouts out to Loch Raven.
This
You
was
guys are
a
the fucking
much
best.
needed live podcast
Fucking
from the Loch.
glorious. Glorious.
And it was nice as shit today, dude. It was like almost 80. It was
Shit.
so nice.
Damn, it was. Check us out on Laughable.
Live from the studio, LFTS podcast across pretty much everything. If there's a new social media app, let us know. We got to get that too.
Yeah. And shouts out to Spotify. I get it. But at the same time, it would be very cool if you accepted our submission to put our...
Did they deny it?
They didn't deny it. I just have not heard back from them. I sent them an email to just follow up with it,
Ooh.
and I got an automated response. Thank you for your interest in submitting your podcast to Spotify. Please, do this, that, the other thing. And they just sent me the form that I had already filled out. I was
Oh,
like, yeah, I already
perfect.
did this shit. Spotify. But whatever, we'll find our way.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, guys. Until then, check us out on literally every other fucking thing else. Every other thing.
Yeah, we're crushing it on most things except Spotify.
Yeah. Which is, whatever.
But yeah,
In due time.
alas. We'll see you guys next week, I guess.
Till next week.
Peace.